Welcome to the replay. The replay. Hey everyone. Thanks for popping on tonight. Just getting some things set up and squared away. And gonna wait and see if anybody pops on. Hey Margie, thanks for popping on. Let's see if anybody else pops on here. How's everyone doing tonight? Getting ready for the 4th of July. I know I am. 4th of July is my favorite holiday just because it's so close to my birthday. And this year it was a little extra special. And the 4th of July will be a little extra special because I have a new niece. Actually, she's my great niece, but she's absolutely gorgeous. And my niece did a great job. And she's here, and she's healthy, and she's perfect. And I can't wait until September when I get to go back to Pennsylvania to officially meet her, other than pictures. So, but I picked the Live Life in Flip-Flops transfer for tonight because it has been in the 90s here. I'm in Northwest Indiana, and so it has been super, super hot. And so I decided to work on the Live Life in Flip-Flops transfer. And I've got some different colors that we're going to work with. But before we get started, if you are catching me live for the very first time, if you would head over to Foxy Chick Decor and give me a thumbs up and like our business page. And then if you're catching the replay on YouTube, if you would click on the button on the right hand side that says subscribe and click on the little bell for the notifications. That way you'll know when I go live and you won't miss any projects that I happen to be doing. If you have no idea what Chalk Couture is and this is their first time ever hearing anything about Chalk Couture or anything like that, this here, let me see. This is what Chalk Couture is. It is silk screen adhesive backed reusable transfers that can be used with chalk paste that goes on wet and dries hard and comes off with water. We also sell Couture ink, which can be also used with our transfers but stays permanent. Our transfers, paste, and ink can be used on many different surfaces, which makes it super fun to design, love, and repeat. So let's get started here. Hey Angela, thanks for popping on. I am actually going to use our 10-inch round board, and it is double-sided. I don't know, many of you that popped on will remember doing the pinwheels and the Celebrate Freedom. I am actually just going to use the back of this for tonight. I'm going to be using our fuzzing cloth, our multi-purpose tool, some squeegees, some of our stir sticks, and then the colors that I'm kind of playing around with are Eucalyptus, Peacock, which I'm super sad. This color is actually retired now, and it is one of my absolute favorite colors. Marigold and Forget-Me-Not. So I'm not sure what combination of these colors I'm going to do, but we're going to kind of play around with it and see what we can come up with. This particular transfer is available on my website. Later this week, it'll also be available on my business page in the shop. So we've got the Live Life in flip-flops, and then we've got the little flip-flops that we can use. Yes, Angela, I love Peacock. It is one of my favorite. This is actually my second jar that I've had to buy. I got one with my kit, and with doing my make and takes, this was the favorite color of everybody's. Everybody wanted to use it, and so I had to buy another one. And I'm now wishing I would have bought a third one because I didn't realize it was going to retire. But that's what happens sometimes. So we're going to start with the words. And what we're going to do, I'm going to sit this over here, and we're going to peel the transfer from the backer sheet. And it's one that I've used, so it's already marked with the back so that when I clean it up, it can be put back on the backer sheet. Because like I said, these are reusable. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down on my fuzz cloth. And I'm going to peel it back up, and then I'm just going to lay this down, and I think I'm going to do it more to the side. I'm not going to make it completely straight on. And I'm going to rub it down, making sure that there's no bubbles in the transfer, because we don't want it to leak through. We want it to be very crisp. Hey, Dawn Shady, how are you? I have been thinking a lot of you, and I miss you like crazy. Hope you and Brother Gabe are doing well. All right, let's see. The color choices, again, are Peacock, Forget-Me-Not, Marigold, and Eucalyptus. What do you guys think? What color combination should we go for the words? Should I do a hot mess with maybe the Peacock and the Marigold? Or should I do an ombre effect with those two colors? Or should I do a Peacock and Eucalyptus? What do you guys think? Or if you've got other color combinations that you think I should use, I do have the rest of my chalk paste close by. You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to... Where is my... raspberry? Let me see if I can find my raspberry, because I've got peachy and I've got a raspberry sorbet, and I think I might where there's currant jam, I could do those two colors. Ah, there's my raspberry. So let's see here. Get these guys all back in. I'm thinking of possibly doing the three of these. Do the peachy and then the raspberry and then the currant jam on the words. I think I like that idea a lot. I think that's what I'm gonna do. See, I pull things out thinking I know what I want to do, but I have no clue. Oh, it just dawned on me that I don't have my water bath. Well, we're going to be doing this real quick then. All right, so we've got that stirred up, which is the peachy, and we're going to stir up the raspberry. Whoop. Get this all stirred up and ready to go. And you know what? Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my multi-purpose tool to stir, just because it gives me a little bit more to stir with. And as you can see, that it's stirred up really, really nicely. All right, and we're gonna scoop that back into the jar. Now that this is all squeegeed up. And now for the currant jam. And we'll get this all stirred up as well. Hey, Marcia! Thanks for popping on. Now you'll get to actually see kind of what I was telling you about at the office. It's a little bit easier when you see it than trying to explain it. Okay, so now all of our colors are all stirred up. I'm going to start here with the peachy, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on. Then I'm going to put a little bit of the raspberry on. And don't worry, I did put a lot of this on, but it'll squeegee back up into the container, which is the best part about it. Okay. So now that we have those, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a squeegee, and I'm going to squeegee this over the silk screen. And before I mix the two, I'm getting it on me, I'm going to squeegee back up some extra. And then I'm going to get another squeegee and start here with the raspberry. And I'm trying not to let the two touch. And you'll see why in a minute. I will get them to mix here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and get that squeegeed back in. Squeegee that right back into the container. And then I'll take my third squeegee with the currant jam. And I shall squeegee this back into the jar. So a little bit goes a very long way. So you can put quite a bit on because you can squeegee it back, you know, in and save it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to grab a little bit of the paste there. And actually I'm going to grab a little bit of the raspberry, and I'm going to mix the two of those. Then I'm going to come down here, grab a little bit of the currant jam, and actually I'm going to grab a little bit more of this raspberry, and my raspberry is a little dry, so it desperately needs some water. Alright, so now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and grab the two corners and I'm going to pull it up. And as you can see, it pulled up some of the paste, and that's because it was too thick. So what I'm going to try to do here, hey Amanda! Thanks for popping on. So I'm going to go back and lay this back down. At least I think I am. Actually, I am going to lay this right back down, which is totally fine, and you can do that. I'm trying not to make this stick quite so bad. Because of the paste, I can't see real well here. Alright, there we go. Just going to lay this back down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of my paste. And I'm going to put it back over there some more. And I'm going to try and squeegee this all in. Normally what I would do is I would just clean it off and redo it, which you can do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lay that there. And I'm going to pull this up. Yeah, I am not really liking how that happened. So, you know what? We're going to... You know what? Let me grab my Clorox wipes. Hold on one second. Alright, I am back. So sorry about that. So what I'm going to do, and this is what happens when you go live sometimes, things just don't work quite as the way you planned. So now you'll see as of right now, it's not going anywhere. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wet wipe, and with just a little bit of pressure, I'm going to wipe this all off. Yeah, Angela, it usually does, but I think my raspberry paste needs some water and some help. And I was so excited about going live that I kind of don't have my water bath sitting right next to me. So we're kind of improvising, which is very unlikely for me because I usually am pretty good with... Hey Joe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this back down, and I'm going to clean this off. And I'm doing it on here because then it'll go through, which is fine because then I can just clean it back off. And actually, I might... You know what? Let me try something because I don't know how this will look. Let's take a look. Kind of like it, not so much. So we'll go ahead and clean that off. So we'll just lay that back on there, and we'll grab another wet wipe. And we'll go ahead and get this all cleaned off. And we shall try this again. Now you can really see the mess that I've made. And having a little bit of an issue getting this all cleaned off, which is not like me, but now you can see how much of a hot mess I am when I'm creating. And we'll wipe all that off. That's really not on a chalkboard, so it won't really matter. Hey, Crystal. I think it's Crystal. I don't think it's Joel. Hey, Ma. Welcome to the hot mess. You've joined me as I've made my 9 millionth mistake on this. So let's get this all cleaned up, and we shall try this again. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this transfer off again, and we will see how we can get this going again. Ugh. Oh well. All right, I think we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and let the transfer dry for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and move all of this out of here so that I can dry off. So I can dry off the back side. All right, so let's try this again, shall we? All right, so now I'm gonna lay the transfer back down here, And I'm kind of going to go a little cattywampus with it. I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out. And you know what? I don't think we're going to use the raspberry. I think the raspberry just needs a little bit of help. And I don't have the water right here next to me to be able to do it. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to seal that up. So we'll do the peachy. We'll do that in the peachy as I get it all over me. And this right here, we can clean that up, no problemo. That'll be an easy cleanup once it dries. And then we will go with some of the currant jam down here at the bottom. And we'll start up here at the top with the peachy. And we'll get that all squeegeed over the silk screens. And we'll squeegee the excess back into the container that we can save for a later time. All right, now we'll go with the currant jam. And we'll go just about to the top. I don't exactly want them to touch because I want to be able to squeegee off the excess, which there's a lot of excess right here. So I'm going to go ahead and squeegee off this excess, get it back into the jar. Okay. And put just squeegee down there. Then I am going to wet my finger with the Clorox wipe, and I'm going to mix the two. And I'm going to go ahead and clean that off my fingers. And then I'm going to grab the top here and pull. There we go. Much, much better. Much, 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 much better. And I'm going to sit that just over here on my other display table. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. And like I said, if you make little mistakes like that, it cleans up really easy. Don't want to get too close there. Okay. Now that we have that done, I'm going to start with the flip-flops. And I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with these bases. And I'm going to fuzz it up. And I'm going to dry off this part of the... Thanks, Angela. I really like those colors. And that's peachy and currant jam that I used together. And let's see. We're going to start up here. And I think I'm going to use... the Forget-Me-Not. I really like that color. And I'm going to just dip my squeegee in, and I'm going to squeegee the color right over the flip-flops. Make sure I get off the excess. Squeegee it back into the jar. So as you can see, a little bit goes a very, very long way. And then I'm going to peel those up. Oh, I like how those turned out. And I'm going to do another set down here. So I'm going to just push that back down. And I'm going to squeegee the color over the second set. And I'm going to go ahead and get off all the excess and put it back in the jar. And I'm going to pull up that set of flip-flops. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like. If you guys are liking what you see so far, throw me some thumbs ups and some hearts. It's not quite done, but I'm going to let those flip-flops dry just for a minute because they have a layer that goes over them. And you could just leave them the way they are. That would be totally fine. But I have polka dots and I've got some chevron that can go over them. So I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And I'm going to close up the current jam as well because I'm done with that. I love our colors, and the palette keeps getting broader and broader. And while we're letting those dry, just wanted to let everybody know that we launched a brand new catalog today, and I was hoping to be able to print off a copy, but I couldn't get my printer to work. It wanted to continue to do it in black and white. I could not get it to print in color, and so I should be getting a copy of it in the next couple days. So once I do, I will go live with some of the new products that are coming out. There's some really neat stuff. My favorite, and I ordered it, is the Bible verse, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. It's Proverbs 3:5. And they finally put it into a transfer, and I'm super excited about that. And I cannot wait to get that order and actually start messing with that. All right, I think this top one is dry. So I'm going to, yes, Angela, we'll get ours when we get our Chalk Couture, which it'll be a few days, but I was hoping to have one tonight so that I could kind of show some of the new goodies. So I'm really fuzzing this part up just because it is being layered down and going over this part. So sorry if my head is in the way. I'm going to go ahead and line this up. And I'm not going to push down real hard just because I don't want it to peel up the underneath. And I'm going to use the eucalyptus. Ow. Maybe I'm going to use the eucalyptus if I can get the lid off. There we go. It likes to be difficult sometimes. And actually, I'm just going to use, yeah, this is good. I'm going to just use my stir stick to lay this down. To squeegee it all back up, put it back in the jar. All right, and let's see how this turned out. Hey Debbie, thanks for watching. And I'm going to be very, very gentle pulling this up so that it doesn't pull up the bottom layer. Ooh, I don't know, can you guys see that? I really, really liked how that turned out. That is awesome. And actually, I'm going to turn and I'm going to lay this back down on here on the next set. And I'm going to do the next pair. I'm just going to run this over. And I went off my board a little bit, but you know what? That's okay because it comes off with water. So I'm going to go ahead and just squeegee over that and squeegee up all of that extra because I don't want to waste it, but it just makes it a whole lot easier to go over by putting a little bit more down. All right, and now I'm going to peel up very, very gently because like I said, I don't want this to peel up. And there's the next set of so there's both of the flip-flops. Hey Robin, thanks for popping on. And so then what I will do is I will grab a wipe and I'll just go in some of these little areas that I overstepped a little bit with the paste. I'll go ahead and clean those up. I love having my fingernails because right here where this bled a little bit, I can just go in with my nail and clean that up a little bit, just make it a little bit crisper. I could do it with a Q-tip or a toothpick if I had one. But there is the Live Life in Flip-Flops for tonight. I absolutely love this transfer. It is one of my favorites because I am a flip-flop wearer. I would live in my flip-flops if I could. Sometimes they're just not practical, like when it's storming, like we've had the last couple nights and during the week. We've had some lovely little storms come through, but I absolutely love this. I'm either a flip-flop girl or a barefoot girl. Don't really care for shoes all that much. I would definitely live my life in flip-flops, and I love how these flip-flops turned out. So now that we're done with the project, you know what, hold on, I'm gonna take you off my stand here and let you see that a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna come into you here. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Anyway, let's talk a little business. If you liked what you saw and you would like to get your hands on some of the products, go ahead and leave me a number 1 down below if you're interested in learning more about the products and how to get your hands on some. If you're interested in becoming part of our Chalk Couture, which is one of the ways that you can get your hands on the product without spending a lot, you get a B-size transfer and you get 3 chalk paste singles, and the price is $19.99 per month, and you have a minimum 3-month requirement. If you liked what you saw here and you would like to get your hands on a little bit more of the product, and you would like to consider starting your own business, and you would like to get the business in a box, this is what actually comes in our new kit. As you can see here, you get 5 different chalk paste, you get transfers, you get some chalkable chips, you get the new catalog, you get a squeegee, you get some business different things. It is absolutely amazing. It's $99 plus shipping, but you get over $240 worth of product. If you are interested or would like more information about becoming a designer, if you'll message me a 2 underneath this post, and then I can get some more information out there to you. If you would just like to be a part of my VIP group, and in my VIP group I have bundles and I have specials and I have deals that are just too amazing, I cannot share them out here in the public. If you will message add me, I'll send you to the link to be a part of my VIP group. And in my VIP group, I do amazing things. I have bundles and deals and all kinds of things that you can get your hands on. So anyway, that's the project for tonight. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for hopping on and chit-chatting with me for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the project tonight, and come back again soon and join us here as we craft another board with Chalk Couture. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night. Bye.